Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today, talking a little bit about the Undertaker returning to WWE. I can honestly tell you that when they started the whole Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker feud at the end of the pay-per-view, after we, were all cheering for Undertaker at the end of the Hell in a Cell, basically saying that, we were glad that he put up a hell of a fight against Brock Lesnar, that we weren't let down by him for losing, and Undertaker's had one hell of a career, and, we were sort of cheering him on, maybe thinking this might be the last match that we possibly got to see the Undertaker before he rode off into the sunset and went into the WrestleMania Hall of Fame at WrestleMania 32, so he would go in his home state of Texas. And, then Bray Wyatt comes out of nowhere. They beat down and they abduct the Undertaker. They drag him to the back. The next night, the Wyatts come out. They're talking about the fact of what happened. This draws out Kane. Kane's coming out to get revenge on them for, his brother, being drugged off the night before, and they beat down Kane and they drag him off again. I can honestly say that when word was coming out that a lot of people were thinking the match was going to be a Survivor Series style match of the Wyatts going up against, Undertaker, Kane, and maybe Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, I wasn't that thrilled about it. I wasn't even that thrilled when I saw, the Survivor Series making it the 25-year anniversary of The Undertaker, sort of commemorating everything that Undertaker has done. I really wasn't into it, but, basically after seeing Kane drug off, after seeing Undertaker drug off, I thought, maybe they were going to play up an angle where Bray Wyatt has killed The Undertaker, and he really is the dead man again. If you go back to WrestleMania 31, it was Bray Wyatt saying that Undertaker, because he lost to Brock Lesnar, had died, and he was no longer the dead man. He was just a mortal man who was going to have to go to WrestleMania and fight him using his natural skills. He wasn't going to have any power of the dark side or anything like that. Maybe, Bray Wyatt was going to kill The Undertaker again to make him become the dead man, where he would actually be able to sort of have these superficial powers yet once again, and maybe Bray Wyatt was going to have a funeral for Undertaker at Survivor Series, and that's what was going to be the commemorating the 25-year anniversary of The Undertaker. I was sort of looking forward to all of these things and sort of seeing how they were going to put these things together. Maybe this storyline wasn't going to be blown off at Survivor Series. Maybe it was actually going to be held off all the way until WrestleMania. Maybe they would do Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker again at WrestleMania 32. And even though 31's match wasn't that good and 32 is going to be in the same place, seeing that Undertaker entrance at WrestleMania is sort of like a wowzer kind of thing that everyone remembers from every WrestleMania, and it'd be a cool thing to actually see live yet once again. Now, as I was saying, I was thinking all of this stuff was going to be really cool. And then today, WWE tweets out the fact Undertaker's going to be at SmackDown in Manchester, Tuesday, November 10th, which would basically be aired on the 12th here in America. Some people like Canada will get it on the 11th on Wednesday. And I just was like, this makes no sense. You're just going to announce The Undertaker's making his return and play it up like it's a big deal. There's some people who might say that this is going to be just for the live crowd, much like how, Undertaker was having to go down to Mexico to help the WWE tour down there because of the fact that the people backing the tour, whether they're investors or the people at the arenas were thinking that they weren't selling enough tickets, and they wanted a bigger return on their investment. So they brought down The Undertaker to make people show up, thinking this might be one of the last times they actually they get to see him. But I don't know, man. Just for the fact of telling us that, hey, the storyline's going to have something happen in 2 weeks. Maybe it's good because maybe it, makes people watch SmackDown, which is something that people don't normally watch. Much like on the road to WrestleMania 30, where they had Undertaker show up on Main Event. Yeah, Main Event, to deliver a promo to Brock Lesnar, knowing that it would make us all flip on the network to see what was going on with Undertaker on the Main Event show and make it a must-watch show. But I can tell you honestly, I'm not really that excited. I'm not really that pumped. We'll see what goes down, though. But Undertaker appearing on SmackDown. Wowzers.